It was funny because when I had first just seen him around the dorm, I thought he was like a really shy, quiet farm boy, and I was all about like a country boy because I kind of grew up kind of in a rural area, so I liked country boys with trucks, and Alex had a big blue truck, so I really liked that. So he was, yeah, like I was saying, I thought he was really shy and reserved, but the longer I got to know him, once we finally met, we were in the same place at the same time, and got to talking, and we just hit it off, and he was not what I expected at all. He was very outspoken and extremely driven and so intelligent, and I just fell so hard for him because he's everything I ever wanted in a guy and so much more than that. What I love most about Alex is that he values everything so deeply. He cares about everything, and he takes such good care of everything, whether it's a personal belonging or me or any of his loved ones. I've never met someone that keeps the box that everything comes in. Before we moved all his things into our current, what will be our apartment, he had so many boxes, and I'm like, what are you doing with all these boxes? And he's like, I'm taking good care of my stuff. It comes in this box, so it goes back in that box. So yeah, that he values everything, and he wants to take good care of it. So he's kind of old-fashioned in that way. He doesn't want to go out and buy a brand new thing. He'd rather keep what he has and continue to take really good care of it.
My first impression of Quincy was just beauty, just radiating from her face. Just each smile just warmed my heart, and she just could make anybody happy, and I love that from her. What I love most about Quincy is her personality, and just how outgoing she is, how free-spirited that she can be, and most of all, her smile. I just keep going back to her smile, man. That's what really got me, and just knowing that she would do anything for anybody, just very selfless. I love that about her.
What are you looking forward to most today?
I, Alex Tyler DeKemper.
Hi, Alex Tyler DeKemper.
Take the Quincy Joe Thompson.
Take the Quincy Joe Thompson.
To be my wedded wife.
To be my wedded wife.
To have and hold.
Have and hold.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poor.
For richer, for poor.
In sickness and in health.
Sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
Till death do us part.
Till death do us part.
This is my pledge to you.
This is my pledge to you.
Quincy, will you please repeat after me? I, Quincy Joe Thompson.
I, Quincy Joe Thompson.
Take the Alex Tyler DeKemper.
Take the Alex Tyler DeKemper.
To be my wedded husband.
To be my wedded husband.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better or for worse.
For richer, for poor.
For richer, for poor.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
Till death do us part.
Till death do us part.
This is my pledge to you.
This is my pledge to you.
Amen.
I've been married 9 years, and even up until now, I probably slept in the bed with Alex more than even my own wife. We slept in the bed that many years together, and so yeah, it's probably funny.
Like the first time I met Alex, we were just hanging out, and Quincy was like, well, my mom told me, she said, hey, you know, this is Quincy's boyfriend. He's gonna be coming over to our house. I said, all right, you know. And I met Alex, and I knew right away. I said, this guy's awesome. You know, he's down to earth. He's awesome. He really gets people, and he's wonderful to people. So my first impression of him was great, and ever since then we've just clicked like that, and I just loved him, and they're perfect together. So.
My first memory of the wedding couple is playing pool with them in their dorm room lobby. I think the first time I met Alex, we had decided, I can't remember if you were there, but Paige definitely was, and we went to Qdoba to meet Alex.
I think that was what I was about to say.
Yeah, that was the first time I met Alex, and I definitely improved.
Right off the bat.
Probably the most funniest moment is that anytime we always go out for lunch, we have one place that we always went to, and it's Thai Smile in Muncie. That was always our place. But after we were always done eating, every single time, we always have to get a picture in front of Dusty. If you don't know who Dusty is, if you've seen Twister, Dusty's a character in Twister. But he's also my car name because I'm also a Storm Chaser, so I have to have a Storm Chaser car. So I have water station, everything on top. So me and Quincy always make sure to always get a picture in front of Dusty before we parted our ways.
We believe in the triangle, and if this is God, and this is Quincy, and this is Alex, the closer you get to God, the closer you get to each other. So always make sure that you're worshiping God daily, you're reading your Bible, you're praying together, worshiping God through song as well. I think that's just the most important thing you can do as a couple, and always grow together. You know, just grow into love together of whatever you're doing in your life. And we know that you will, and we love you guys, and looking forward to the rest of your lives together.
Quincy always likes taking pictures. Weird faces, dumb faces, silly, and I think Alex is the same way from what we've seen, especially from today. Yes, definitely.
Me and Quincy used to actually be fitness monitors at Ball State Recreational Facility, and that's how me and Quincy met for the first time. And then I met Alex during Quincy's graduation. So she invited me over to her house for graduation, and then that's how I finally got to meet Alex at the time when they were dating before they got engaged. So this is basically the best time I remember of how I met Quincy and Alex.
He might sell something that's yours, okay? So hold on to it tonight if you're curious about that. But, oh, by the way, everything you see is for rent or sale. So anything he built is pretty much for rent or sale. But anyways, they start dating, and he made a little plea out there on Facebook. I will build wood things, woodworking things and cutting boards and things like that. So all of a sudden, he gets a message from somebody. He didn't know the email, and they said that they wanted him to build them a bunk bed for cats. That they had cats that were deeply in love, and they needed bunk beds. And so he texted me, he said, this is strange, but I'll do it for the money. I'll make a bunk bed for these cats, So he was all into this, and he was, trying to figure it out. And before long, we found out the cat lady was Quincy. She worked so hard, I think she made her own email address. She just created an email address just to get him, just to prank him. And so at that moment, we knew, most of us knew, she's got to be the one. Because if she can prank him, it seems that I don't have many memories where he's not in them. I was 6 years old, or around 6 when he was born. So most of my memories are when he was born. And ever since, it's been, Andrew, don't hurt Alex. Andrew, don't hurt him, help him, And every time I'd go somewhere when I got my license, he was with me. And he used to call me Bub. And everywhere we'd go, he'd say, Bub, slow down. Bub, Mom wouldn't like that. Bub, you know what Dad said. He was like a guardian, little conscience or something that Mom and Dad had. And for a long time, I wondered if they just had him to keep me safe. I didn't know exactly, but he would always say, Bub, slow down. We'd be on the floor. Bud, don't do that. We'd be riding horses. Bub, don't go that fast. Everything was, Bub, do this. Bub, do that. And I said, aren't you going to ever have fun? Come on, man, get loose, But anyways, one day, he quit calling me Bub. He did. He just grew up and quit calling me Bub. But now he calls me friend. And so I'm very blessed.
I'm speaking on behalf of all of us tonight. When I thought of writing this speech, it certainly was not hard to think of a list of wonderful things to say about you, Quincy. She's a lovely person inside and out. So I wrote down all of these lovely things, and then it occurred to me, this speech just didn't seem complete. And I thought to myself, what could it be? What's missing? And then it hit me. This would not be a tribute to Quincy if it didn't at least touch on her funkier side. Being Quincy's friends, we get some insight into her slight idiosyncrasies. So I'd like to talk a little bit about that. This led me to reminiscing on our times living together, and of one particularly odd pastime that we shared. And I'm not sure who started it, but I'm pretty sure it was Quincy. But somehow we started a game of passing a large ball of hair in between each other's rooms. And this quickly grew from a large ball of hair with yard scraps and, yes, even toenails. And somehow Quincy was always so great at picking just the right occasion to regift this traveling ball of hair. And in fact, last night, she gave it to me, and so I have it here on display for everyone to see.
Oh, okay. So when I was younger, before my wife, and I was, single and ready to mingle, I was looking for girls, and my greatest technique was using my brother. I would say, hey, go over there, because like I said, even when he was 10 or 12, he looked like 7. So you could get by with lots of cool stuff. So I would say, go over to them pretty girls over there and start crying and whining and say, I can't find my brother, I'm lost, I'm far from home, And then I'd come up and I'd say, thank you so much for finding my baby brother. My name's Andrew. What's your number? All that smooth stuff. And finally, with my wife, it actually worked. And so we're glad that worked out. Quincy has been a blessing to Alex. And one of my favorite stories about Quincy is, you see, Alex is very witty. And those of you that really know him, you know how quick he is. It's hard to get anything over him. You'll pull a joke on him, and he's just really quick with something to say. And so Quincy, when they first started dating, and maybe some of you know this story, Alex was trying to make some extra money. And if you know him, he's always trying to make extra money. He will sell anything.
I remember when she first laid eyes on Alex. She was immediately hooked by his country charm. Planned run-ins quickly ensued. In one of their very first exchanges, which happened via email, she took it upon herself to take on her very own country accent throughout the email. Just to make sure that Alex knew that they had something in common. Oh man. Everyone here should know that in fact, Quincy does not speak with a country accent. In all seriousness, the most striking thing about Quincy is her attitude towards others. Quincy is the type of person you love to be around because of the way she makes you feel. You may observe this in her warm smile at a stranger passing by an unprovoked generosity, her acts of service, her playful pranking, and in love notes tucked away, intended to provide support or make your day. I think all of the bridesmaids would agree that when we met Alex for the first time, Quincy, we knew that you had met your match. He is your speed on every single level, and you guys truly are a match made in heaven. Quincy and Alex, we are elated to see the magic that comes out of the union of two people who are created and founded in love. Your love is your power, and I know you will use it to make a positive impact on everyone who has the pleasure of meeting such an extraordinary couple. So congratulations from all of us.
So anyways, like I said, they need to get to the honeymoon. But I did just want to say that we love you guys, and we're so proud of you, and you are friends and family. And when people say, especially referring to God, that He sticks closer to you than a brother, I actually know what that means. I actually know that I have a brother. I don't want to cry. That I am so close to, and we love each other and we get each other. And they did tell me earlier today they only invited me for the laughter. So anyways, but we love you, we thank you, and let's toast to Spud, Alex DeKemper, and Quincy.